Welcome back to the ultimate light in the universe. I am talking about the area in space where we bring you the Captains Quadrant. I'm your host, Captain Joe Dove, and with me as always, that's So Jason, and Jason is made of churros.
See, you're the only one wearing uniform today, Captain.
I am. At least one of us is ready for production. How are you gentlemen doing? What's going on in your worlds?
Nothing. I'm thrilled to talk about this. Another delightful episode of Lower Decks.
Yes.
To be fun all the time.
Yes, and Space Mom is here. Hello,
Hi, Space Mom.
Virginia.
Hello.
How are you? Let's get into it. Let's go into first contact.
First contact.
Thanks.
Yes, this is where we give a brief overview of the show. I thought this was, as per usual with Lower Decks, a lot of fun. There was There was a lot going on. There was a lot of Easter eggs in this one. Some I caught, some I looked online to see. But all of them were really fun nuggets, and the consistency of writing in this series is impeccable. Indeed. I really think that the callbacks that they bring within its own show is a lot of fun. And how about that Delta Squad? All right, Jason is made of churros. What did you think?
Oh, I completely agree. It was just fun, and it demonstrated everything that was great about the show and everything that's great about these characters, that what they do is inconsequential. Everything they do is basically, it's just a big nothing burger at the end of the day. And the best intentions frequently derail. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.
And you were there for every second of the derailing.
Yes.
Awesome. Jason, that's so Jason. What did you think?
Oh, look, I loved it too. The fact that I was so delighted at the captain's frustration for this entire episode. And the fact that they continue Lower Decks to take some of the worst of Star Trek and make it fun.
Yes.
Just a being green tea. I mean, obviously the masks reference, which was great later, but is just a great setup for the episode. And that is an integral plot point throughout the entire thing. And it's just a throwaway reference that people may not know even exists.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people out there that may not even remember that episode or even seen it. So it's pretty great.
Yeah. Just want to say a big hello to KB Games and stuff. How are you doing, buddy? Good to see you here.
Hey, hello, sir. He's been very hard at work on us.
Yeah.
Project that we're talking about yet. So how are you, mate? And welcome to the show.
Yes. Let us move on to episode summary.
Oh, the episode summary.
Sullivan.
Yeah, I'm just so attached to these bumpers. I don't know if I could ever change.
They were just wonderful.
Yeah, they're so. When you nail it the first time, you might as well just keep it.
You might as well just kind of keep it.
Yeah.
Episode summary time. Yeah, maybe if I bring that up, that might help you.
Yeah, thank you. Lower Decks, Season 3 after show in the Captain's Quadrant, Room for Growth. Mariner, Boiler, and Tendi clash with their arch rivals, the Delta Shift. The Cerrito engineers go on a mandatory relaxation leave. Hey,
Delta Shift!
Delta! What's going on, Mr. Aaron Sugar?
Hello.
Good to see you. Welcome, everyone.
It really was just reading that synopsis just made me giggle at how much fun it was.
Yeah, it was a really
just the idea that they've mandated engineers to take relaxation leave is just a wonderful kind of concept, because these guys, that's how they operate. They're always there to fix things and solve problems. And, the fact that the captain has to learn, that's how they relax. That's how they manage themselves.
How awesome was it that the name of the place where they relaxed was called the Dove?
Oh, was it?
What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand.
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean, and why they're not lawyers involved?
Yeah, right. I should ask them. Hey, why is your stuff called me?
Or did you take the name from them?
No, I was first. My name is a translation that existed since the 1200s. So me first.
I think doves have been around a lot longer than that. So
No. Just when my family was around. That's when they started. KB Games and Stuff says, I can attest that for any engineer, tinkering is how we relax.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
there
true.
You go.
There you go.
So,
there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go right into it.
Oh, have we all kind of said our bit for the episode? I suppose we have, haven't we?
Yeah, that's it. It's a very short segment.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Sometimes it may be good.
All right.
Let us jump into the pros and cons. That's so, Jason, give us your pros and cons of the episode.
I don't have a lot of cons. Yeah, this is a difficult show to throw cons at because I just think, even if it doesn't flow right, it's such a out there show that it seems to be like not fair to pick on things that maybe I didn't like in it. Because there's just so much to love, and I take it for what it is, and it's a show that is about embracing the love we have for Star Trek.
Right.
That's what the show's all about. It's very hard to talk about anything that's hate related or negative. But what did I love? Of course, I love the fact that the captain was taken over by the masks, and she had to destroy she basically destroyed the ship.
So, we're almost finished fixing what you destroyed. No. It was the mask.
The fact that she is obviously feeling enough guilt that she knows she has to go and deal with what she's been through. And just her assumption that the engineers need to do that as well, which I like. And the Delta, the whole Delta thing is just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. What am I going to say more? I mean, I've got lots of images to show. So when you guys are talking about what you love, but yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I loved a lot of the background characters this week. We were looking at a background character that was also a nod, an Easter egg to Geordi this week, which I thought was pretty cool.
Her, yes.
Yeah.
Where was that?
In the very beginning. Yeah, there she is, right in between the blue engineer. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that device would be available for everyone who was visually impaired.
Correct.
Of course, anybody who's running a business, you don't just make one product. There's not a lot of profit in that. So,
no.
I would assume there are lots of blind people who can now see.
Yeah. Engineers don't drink to relax. There are Verizon engineers that were drunk AF during union meetings. The secrets of the phone company by Virginia.
All right. Yeah.
So Jason is made of churros. What were your pros and cons?
Well, my only con really is that I think that this show has usually been very strong with the integrity of the characters, that despite the fact that this is a comedy show and it's animated and it's silly, the characters are competent Starfleet officers.
Right.
And I think lately they've kind of been dialing that back, especially for the senior staff, because I think it was last week's episode, quite frankly, Ransom should have been up for court-martial, in my opinion.
Yes, you're right.
And this week, it was Captain Freeman basically snapping because the engineers wouldn't relax.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it was like a deal breaker for me. I'm just saying it's kind of bothering me to see the integrity of the characters kind of dialed back a bit. Now, that being said, the episode was hysterical. I enjoyed it very much. It's always nice to see another Adosian on the show, like the three-armed, Eric's characters from the animated series. I always enjoy seeing them.
Yeah, the one that runs the Dove, right? Yeah.
Yes, and
the background.
The adventures of Beta Shift all the way through the bowels of the Cerritos, I thought was a lot of fun. Yes. I'm kind of curious about the skeletal remains that were in the swamp. Who was that, and do they know that they're missing?
Yes, that's right.
Because it's a blink and you miss it thing. In the roots, there's a skeleton in a Starfleet uniform.
Wow.
Whoa, okay then.
Yeah, they got dark there. Wow.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I like that they're keeping up the continuity with oh my gosh, I forgot her name. The Orion girl starts with a T. Tindy. I like that they're keeping Tindy's evolution as a character going by having her be more assertive. I like that. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, skeletal remains were a Doppler. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in a swamp. What do I do down here? But Now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, I like the fact that Tendy's evolution continues and she's getting more assertive. I enjoyed the return of Bold Boimler, that wasn't just a one-off thing. And I loved the joke at the end about, Tendy will be a bridge officer one day. I'll be drummed out of Starfleet and Boimler will be dead because of this stupid Bold stuff.
Yes, that was a great
This episode
line.
was just fun. It's just fun. Wasn't deep, but it was a great episode about friendship and togetherness. And as I said, the best of intentions ends up biting them in the rear end.
So for me, you guys touched on a lot of topics I totally agree on. But one of the things that can you put that last image back up, if you don't mind? So that little creature that she was roaming around the air shafts with, you think that there's going to be any, future
consequential?
Yeah.
It would be funny if it was.
I mean, because I'm thinking now, have you guys watched Prodigy?
Yes.
So
I love Prodigy.
So they have that one character, the cute character, Murph. Yeah, there you go. So I'm wondering if that's like some type of species of the Murphs.
A proto-Murph.
Could be.
A baby Murph.
Baby
Murph.
Don't do that, guys. Don't stop right now.
Don't stop? Okay.
No.
Baby. Daddy Murphy. All right. And that was brief. I just think that there's something to unravel with that character. I thought that was
be
pretty
happy
interesting.
if they picked that up.
Yeah, if they kind of crossed over or just like had a little development thing with that. My only cons were the black and white return to the holodeck. I always dismissed the episodes when they went into the holodeck and did the I know.
You like the big goodbye and stuff.
No, I did not.
See now I'm offended.
Yeah, I used to like them. I used to really like those.
I like the ones with Vic Fontaine because for the spaceship that made sense because it's a bar within the bar. I thought that was a kind of clever thing, but like most of the time we lost 2 watchers, and maybe people didn't agree with me on that one. But
you almost lost me.
Yeah. I'm not so sure what I'm even doing here right now.
Yeah, man. But it's just I don't know. Every time I see black and white stuff on cartoons or movies, it kind of just throws me. It throws me, and it
really
it makes me lose focus for some reason. I don't know what it is. It might be a personal thing.
I said, have you seen a film called Raging Bull? One of Martin
I can't watch that. I cannot watch that movie.
Amazing film.
It's a great film. I'm sure. I cannot watch the whole thing. I fall asleep. Yeah. I have a thing. I can't watch Casablanca. I can't watch any black and white movie. It wasn't an episode long. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Basically, chill out. It was like 5 minutes, and it was funny.
It was right at the end, man.
Yeah.
But we've got issues with that.
Yeah. But it was a bank robbery.
Yes, it was a 30s bank robbery, and it was amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
I love the weird stuff. I'm gonna go back and pull up a comment that even though it's a pro and a con in one scene, Diane was her kinky sex name.
The
doctor. Yeah,
I like the idea that Diane's her actual first name. That there's a cat lady called Diane.
Yeah, it's a. Oh man!
They really went risque, didn't they? Really,
they really pushed the envelope.
They really were. Yeah, like I was watching it at some point, going, "Ooh, no."
Yeah.
Put those away, Diane.
Yeah, Diane was pulling out all of the the udders. Yeah, that was kind of weird. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for the pros and cons, and we are gonna go to a quick commercial break.
For you parents who don't speak Klingonese, he's saying, people of Earth, unite and bring your kids to McDonald's for a Star Trek meal. That's a regular hamburger, fries, soft drink, a McDonald and cookie sampler, and a Star Trek prize. Oh, yes, 5 different boxes based on Star Trek the Motion Picture. Action scenes, jokes, games. He says, take it from a father who knows. His kids love him. McDonald's Star Trek meal available for your kids now.
What the F?
I hate the way they redesigned the Klingons. Klingons don't have bumpy foreheads.
Oh, wow.
And that would have been one of the first public, really, exposures of that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
In that commercial.
Yeah, because
Then
that was
plug in
before
Happy
next,
Meal.
because they were plugging the motion
That
picture
was the motion picture, yes.
and not
Yep.
Next Generation. So
This implies that there are McDonald's on the Klingon homeworld.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I just wonder how long that franchise lasted. You know, did they trash the place when they found out the food wasn't alive? I mean,
I just want to know
Yeah.
how deadly the Happy Meal toys are.
oh yeah, you know, there's a free batleth in each one. Or I guess this was free batleth. Free V'ger in each one.
Oh man. Oh man.
Come get your Ilea doll.
The original
My
McDonald's
oath of celibacy
movie
on
time.
record.
Hey, look, I think it's time for
This is terrible.
I like it.
10 forward. Yeah, this is we're getting quite the comment run. So
Jason brought up something before that I think I want to talk about and hear a bit more of a
Did I?
bigger picture level, and that is he spoke about how he's not happy about the characters, the senior officers going off, being too comedic. I think what he's saying is not really, starting to bend the rules of Starfleet, and there are no consequences in the show. And I think that's a slippery slope. I think you've got a really good point. What needs to anchor in the shows, you've got to have leadership that is strong. That allows all the other characters to be as crazy as they are. And I think they could really make a huge mistake if they keep going down that pathway.
Yes.
yeah.
Because you can have it really, all you need is your captain really, okay, every now and again it's hilarious if your captain has gone crazy, wearing a mask or something. But yeah, really, most of the time in the show, she should be the one you can rely on.
Right.
And even the first officer, to as much as of a douche she can be, you need to be able to believe that you're safe in those people's hands.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Wow, where do you find these ads?
The tube of you.
It's called the internet.
No, wait. It gets better.
And I feel like I need to cut to that sequence from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. The internet is something, when Ben Affleck explains what the internet is.
I don't remember you getting. Yeah, I don't remember getting that toy or the Star Trek thing, and now my childhood is ruined, Ma.
Oh, no.
Didn't think that still existed. Those things.
Oh, nothing disappears forever.
Oh.
And they have EWE
I think YouTube is for like sheep farmers or something. I don't know.
It's the blower decker's perspective. And then they don't know what's happening. Neither do we. They may not be that bad at their job. Interesting.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah. Maybe.
Do we think that some of these background characters are going to get more play and like?
Of course.
I think.
Of course.
I think it's interesting.
Essentially, because you've got to fill in, these episodes. I think we're going to get, and I think this show's going to run. This is not a 2-season or 3-season I'm done thing.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Well, they've got
this show's running.
They've been already greenlit for a 4th season, so that's coming.
They're running 7. That's my bet.
That's your bet?
I actually think that's what new Trek's going to be doing. I think they're going back to that 7.
Interesting.
Now.
Well,
I think Discovery, you'll get 7.
I know Discovery is getting a 5th
means
season.
You've got 6 seasons too long.
Oh,
ouch! Kid's got.
Boo! Put him in the ring.
Man. I'm not a fan.
I know.
I can't. I get like the moment they jump forward in time, I'm with it, right? For a while, then it loses me again. I'm out.
Have you watched it at all?
Well, and I've watched. I've tried, and every season. I think season 2, I did the whole lot. And then season 4 got about halfway through.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm just not. I don't connect with the characters. That's the problem with Discovery. And I can't get over the fact that canonically they don't even really matter.
Well, you can make that same argument for Next Generation whenever it came out, though.
What? They don't matter?
Yeah, you can make that same argument.
Well, no, they do matter because they're part of something. But the point of Discovery meaning no one's supposed to know about Discovery.
But people
so
do
from a
know about
Starfleet
Discovery.
perspective, is that no one's supposed to talk about them. They're not part of the history books. They're kind of, and that's what bothers me. And it's Michael Burnham as a character, not the actress. She's wonderful. She's excellent, and I love all the performance. Doug Jones, MVP of that show, no doubt. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't connect.
Well, you know, it's
I'm a 50-year-old crotchety man.
Star Trek is a restaurant. You go in, you don't have to like everything on the menu as long as you're not a D-bag about it. It's fine.
100% agree, because you know what? There are people out there that would be thinking the same thing about Next Generation and Deep Space Nine.
Yep.
Yeah,
From this
especially
current
for Deep
generation.
Space Nine.
Now, those people are wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Those people are wrong.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I don't think there's ever been a Star
insane.
Trek series I haven't enjoyed. You know,
No,
I've enjoyed all of them.
The only one was I enjoyed all of them. I just didn't enjoy the Enterprise theme because
nobody enjoyed the Enterprise theme.
because it just
well, I kind of
Even
liked
the
it the
remix.
first couple of years, but the remix just destroyed it.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah. So
the way they don't know that they shot themselves with cannon. That
Canon
is
is not important.
But it's not. But I will say Discovery does suffer from the fact that, like you mentioned this, I think the other day, Jason, about Brian Fuller come in with Brian Fuller's ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was out. And then they're stuck with Brian Fuller's ideas.
Well, you know,
There's a bit of cleanup.
kind of what happened with Next Generation.
Yeah.
You know, we had what's his face?
Even worse.
Yeah,
Bergman,
there was terrible ideas that they started Next Generation
Bergman,
with.
well,
not Berman. It was
15 years.
who was that?
It was Michael Pillar.
No, it was the first couple of years of Next Gen. There was that
the
one
lawyer.
writer, Maurice Hurley. No, that
Hurley.
Was it Hurley?
He was
Yeah.
he was a lawyer who'd never written a show, ends up running the show, and being one of the head writers. Yeah.
And Next Generation's first 2 seasons were, for the most part,
they were
heinous.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely heinous. The worst Star Trek has ever been.
Yeah, I agree.
Say what you will about Discovery, say what you will about
I
Enterprise.
agree.
Those first 2 seasons of Next Generation were hauntingly awful.
Every Star Trek show has had bad seasons.
But not that bad.
His name was Leonard.
Yeah,
Leonard Maislich.
I think you got to slug hard through the first season of Deep Space Nine. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You really got to get in and grind yourself through that first season.
Next Generation used unused scripts from two.
That and Phase 2 scripts from the unused spinoff that they were going to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they ripped off the Naked Time, which was just like,
yeah. But Lower Decks was a lot of fun. It continues to be fun.
I mean, it's that. See, that's just bias too, isn't it? Because I go, well, this show to me is almost perfect, and so is Strange New Worlds. So it's all taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get a lot of new shows coming pretty soon.
Well, we keep getting rumors, Joe, but I don't hear no official announcement.
I know, but we're gonna get them eventually.
Well, it goes to figure. Eventually we're going to get something new, even if it's a couple of years away, because Discovery is over the hump. It is, if it runs for 7 seasons, this is going to be its fifth season.
Yeah, so it's only got 2 more.
Yeah, 3 more seasons and it's done. They got to have something
Picard's
in the tubes ready to. They got to have something in the tubes to replace it.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what?
This
next move that they make with the franchise is so important, because they have at least set up a very solid foundation for Star Trek to survive, at least for the next decade. What shows they do next will define if that's going to be a reality or not.
Yep, that's very
Section
true.
31 with Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah,
I think that's coming. I think it's probably
I
I
was talking to a friend of mine just actually right before we went on, and he just started Star Trek Discovery, and he said, I gotta admit, I like watching Michelle Yeoh kick butt.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, well, you're going to be a little disappointed, but then you'll be happy again.
Oh, this would be a great show. Captain Worf show.
I would love to see a Captain Worf.
Michael
Dorn would love to see a Captain Worf show.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would.
Absolutely.
George Takei may be a little salty, like, hey, where's mine? But,
I mean, they could do an animated show about Excelsior, his years as the captain. Didn't he get lost and ended up in Voyager somehow? I remember that.
Oh, it was a flashback.
It was a flashback. Oh, okay.
No, I would love to see them do
Tuvok, right?
Yeah, I would love to see them do an animated anthology and bring back these old characters. And
that'd be fun. That would be fun.
It would be so great.
Yeah.
And
all right,
may go down that pathway for sure. I mean, they're looking at the Star Wars model, right? They're looking at it going, all right, Star Wars and TV. How's it? What are they doing? Where's it kind of hitting? and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Andor, get on that show. That is amazing. The first 3 episodes.
Dude, there's too much on. I gotta do stuff.
Loved it.
I gotta work.
Jason doesn't agree. We should have a show on that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna do it 1 week later. For
I thought it was like a great departure, but I'm not on board yet. To me, it's
you know
too,
why I loved it?
It's
Because
too dreary. It's too downtrodden. It's like there's no joy in it at all. And
It reminds me of some of those British cops shows, and you're exactly right, Jason. They're very dour. They're very slow paced, and yeah, you know what? That's for another show. We'll talk about that 1 week later.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm closing the door on. I'm just saying it has not gotten me so far.
Oh, I'm fully hooked. I would do very immoral things to that show, or the showrunner to keep it going the way it is. Anyway, can I move on to my favorite segment, Captain?
Yes, please. Let us move on.
It's time for stupid Star Trek questions.
So,
Beauty,
go ahead.
I got a great one for this week.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, stupid Star Trek questions.
Hit me.
Does television and movies exist in the Star Trek universe? And if not, why not?
They did, didn't they? Watch? Oh no, that was
those were old movies. I do have a theory about that.
Okay.
I believe that television and movies do not exist by the 24th century, at least not the way that we know them. Maybe there's a few that come out, but to me, it's akin to the way that Disney kind of went from 2D animation to 3D animation. I think that movies and TV went from just something that you watched to something that you actively participated in. And so movies and TV to them is the holodeck. You know, you go into the holodeck and you have an entire season of, you know, whatever you want that you can go do, you know.
I don't know. That saddens me because, you know, they didn't, if that's the case, no one would have books, and there's plenty of books and art and all the different art forms are represented in Star Trek. I feel the major ones, but I do feel film and television was missed out because to me, that's like, well, if I want to watch Star Wars now, I've got to put a VR headset on.
Yeah.
It's a different experience. So if that's the case, if there is no television and movies, that makes me sad.
I agree. And I actually think it's kind of unrealistic for there not to be. You know, they do talk about Federation News Network, and we have seen it on Lower Decks a couple of times. So you know that there is TV of some form or another. Neelix had his own TV show there for a while.
Yes.
But yeah, the fact that they never talk about, oh yeah, you know, there's this new movie coming out. It's a documentary about James T. Kirk. It's called Boldly Going Where No Man Has Gone Before. You know, it stars Leonardo DiCaprio V.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? In a universe where, you know, they embrace their past as they project forward into the future, you would absolutely embrace one of the main communication devices of the 20th century.
Absolutely. You know, here we are 600 years after the Gutenberg press, and we're still reading books. So I see no reason why there would not be movies and TV in the 24th century.
So I could see maybe in the 21st century there was an issue for a little bit.
Yeah.
Nuclear Holocaust may have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Sure. They went to reality TV for a while, just like they did during the pandemic.
That's it.
So
after that,
let's see what the audience says. We've got definitely.
Okay, KB James Gamson, there are movies. Yep.
Fed News Channel.
Yep.
Federation News Channel.
TV has channel. You know, Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 1.
Yeah. Federation News Channel.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Mother says yes. Everybody mentioned seeing the trial.
There's got to be more than just news, though. There's
there's got to be news. Yeah. Are they seeing Avengers 350?
You're right. Yeah.
Well, what are they watching? Like, what would be?
I want to know what science fiction would look like in the 24th century.
Yeah.
How much more fiction-y could they get with the science fiction?
Yeah.
I think that they did refer to.
Decks.
Yeah, I think that they did refer to movies as ancient technology on Enterprise, which I find very upsetting.
Would it be fair to say that Crisis Point 2 Paradoxus, which is the sequel episode to Crisis Point, is that evidence that movies exist in there?
It's gotta be. It's gotta
be, right?
Yeah.
So it was mentioned many times in Picard. T'Pol was talking about movies.
Well, okay.
Even though she was stuck up.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But Pike has a flat screen TV and is watching The Day the Earth Stood Still and the SNW pilot.
But it's
Holy moly.
It's always classic movies that Paramount owns the right to, though.
Yeah. That's great, though. That's evidence to me that, they're still embracing that art form.
But they do this on the Orville as well, as they're always watching.
I know, that's why it confused me
movies.
for a second, because I was like, they were watching it. Oh, no, it was the Orville.
Yeah, that was the Orville. But it's always
Did that
old
show
movies.
get
It's never new
picked up again? Or
no word on it yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's coming back.
I have problems with the Orville, but I'd love to see a 4th season. Just because I think more science fiction, more the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes. On that alone. But how about more of the funny with the sci-fi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring back
less love stories, please.
Yes.
Please.
We're done.
We're
done.
They're
married. It's over.
Episode.
Just
enough.
Agree.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay the licensing.
They don't want to pay the licensing fee. Yeah.
No, they went to the HBO Max school of thinking.
Yeah. I mean, they could just go into their own library and be like, remember The Godfather?
Well,
oh my gosh,
guys,
throw up that comment from Aaron Sugar. Oh, actually, there we go.
In 2213,
Paramount emerged victorious in the Grest Studio War. All other studios were wiped out.
I love that idea.
That's why all these
a pitch
characters
for
are
a movie.
climbing Paramount Mountain.
Yeah.
Could the villain be kind of like a half cyborg Harvey Weinstein that's come back?
Oh, wow.
Because could you get a more
Will Force Felicio?
Weinstein? He's the villain, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Harvey Weinstein is the villain.
That's for sure.
He's the villain of anything to do with studios.
Yeah,
he's the villain he's one of the biggest villains of the universe. If you ask me.
Seriously, scumbag. Yeah.
I read yesterday he's holding Dogma ransom, like the rights to
Oh wow! Let me out of jail and I'll release Dogma. Kevin Feige.
You have a Harvey voice concerns me.
What's BBEG?
I don't know. I'm not. Is it Battlestar? Maybe.
Big, bold eagles going. Bring back egg graham crackers.
Hey, Aaron, if you could let us know what BBEG is.
That acronym's supposed to be. That was like watching Andor. Going back to that, they brought up titles and it said BBY5.
Yeah, it's before the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah. It took me 15 minutes to go. Oh yeah, that means
big bad evil genius.
Big bad evil genius. Thank you,
Aaron.
Kevin Feige.
Not a big bad evil genius.
Oh, he is absolutely. I totally agree with that sentiment. Yes, because he pushed Disney to buy out Fox for sure, so they could get the rest of the
Right, so we got the X-Men. Fine.
Yeah, but then now we have an oliopoli with Disney. They got so many.
You already did.
No,
at this point, just give in. Just give in. I have to say, I am a solely owned subsidiary of Disney at this point. But anyway,
wait a minute. The mouse.
You love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, don't you? Don't make Mickey get the sock with the slipper ball in it.
Yeah.
The only way for you to make a real statement about that is to never watch another MCU film.
Would it matter if I didn't want one Joe Dove? Matter if
it would matter?
Yeah, it does.
You.
It matters ethically and morally.
Your integrity is worth it.
Yeah.
I tried to die on that hill and it failed miserably. So,
we'll let you know what we thought of Black Panther when it comes out.
I'm gonna go see Black Panther. I already bought my tickets, man. It's too late. The mouse got me. The mouse won.
Are tickets on sale for that already?
I think so. In New York, we get things early. There's a guy that sells them on the street, so he's legit.
Totally.
He sells them on the street along with $3 Rolexes.
Yeah. No, for real. This is Rolex. Don't worry about.
Don't look him in the eye. No, not that eye. The other eye, the one that works. Don't look at him in it.
Just because it says Brolex does not mean it's not a Rolex, okay? It was just melted. It was hot.
If he starts talking about Trump, just nod and smile. Don't say anything.
Exactly.
And I was watching the other day because our favorite thing to watch at home, me and my wife, is things like Court Cam and Cops and things like because America and crime, it's hilarious. You even arrested the naked cowboy.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, some dude who was just playing the guitar and his jokes. He got arrested.
No, when he first started, they gave him a lot of shit, and he had been arrested several times. And then they came out with the Naked Cowgirl, and he sued her because he like fought the city to be out there in his skivvies playing the guitar. So that's a long
American
history. Yeah.
Why is it that everybody thinks they can run? Everybody thinks they're going to outrun a cop.
I can tell you though that the naked cowboy is not the most naked person in Times Square.
He is not.
He's actually fairly modest compared to some of the things you'll see out there.
Oh yeah, they have the painted.
Isn't it owned by Disney? Didn't they Disneyfy that whole area? It was
Yes, what happened was when Giuliani came in, he sold his soul and gave half of it to Disney, and then when Giuliani left, Bloomberg started selling it to a bunch of other people because they closed the Virgin Megastore. There was a lot of stores that were there, and they got rid of all the smut that used to be there. And what they did was not get rid of it; they just pushed it out to 8th Avenue. So if you go on 8th Avenue, you get, oh, baby, you want to come in, see me? You know, and you're like, oh, no. Put that back on, you know.
8th Avenue is where the fun is at.
Just a quick subway right away.
Now it's literally one block to the left.
Yeah, but see, when I grew up, right, like I loved and they showed it in the Joker, that seedy New York.
Yeah. No, that seedy New York still exists.
Yes.
Very much so.
It's just a veneer. Scratch it a little bit, and there it is, right there.
You go one block west, and it's
I have a very funny story about New York. I was walking through New York with my children, and we went underneath a construction scaffold that was dark, and underneath there was a let's just call it a chemical transaction taking place between two individuals. And I've just got my kids by the arm. I'm like, let's go, kids. And my daughter, of course, turns around. She's like 10. She goes, what are they doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you giving him? And I'm just like,
I don't want to get killed over this.
If I die in New York, I don't want it to be because you can't shut your mouth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of that still. And when you have scaffolding come up, you have tents come up right alongside of it. And a lot of the heron taking. So the heron. So
I was also there.
And of course, everyone on Captains Quadrant.
It's crazy.
And of course, on Captains Quadrant, everyone, we stay on target.
Yeah.
Which show is this?
Do you remember when Jean-Luc
Let's
Picard
get back to talking about He-Man?
Yeah. Remember when Captain Picard did the heron?
Heron.
Yeah, I think he hallucinated and thought that he lived like an entire lifetime in an alien planet, and then he was given a flute or something. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the worst episodes to me.
Hey, can we publicly and we know it's not finished yet? We've already given a shout out to Kevin, haven't we, about the working secret project?
Yes, we have.
I already plugged you, Kevin, mate. You're not getting 2, all right? So
you kind of got it anyway.
There we go.
But I love it's coming together.
So, anybody else got anything to say about this episode?
No.
Which episode are we talking about again? Is this the Quantum Leap reboot show? I don't know what we're doing.
No. That's it.
Don't get me started on that, by the way.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it after this.
I can't wait.
No. You're off the air.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. So I haven't seen it. Anyway, when that guy came into the room, now.
All right. Next episode, guys, is called Reflections.
Let's do.
I ask you, Captain, what conclusion would you draw?
Future speculations.
Yeah.
So next episode's called what?
Reflections. Wouldn't it be cool if it's a Mirror Universe episode?
Oh,
I don't think it will be, but wouldn't that be cool?
But that fits though, because you always had Through the Looking Glass, and everything was related to. Ooh,
when was the last time they did the mirror? They've done a mirror episode on Lower Decks, right?
No, Discovery.
They did in the one where they had all the different simulations, and the woman whose head came off was there. They did a Mirror Universe simulation.
Yes, that's I love. But they would be due for a full Mirror Universe episode.
No, I would love to see something like that.
That would be interesting.
This show is very good at not being predictable, but still, it's something I would love to see.
The one with
Yeah, I
Tandy
think
and
so.
Mariner in their undies, I think. That was the Mirror
That happens
Universe.
quite a bit on this show.
Yeah, it does. It
Yes.
does. Yeah.
I actually think.
Told you.
Yeah.
KB knows.
KB knows. He did a simulation of it. You're right.
But yeah,
So-
I think that would be fun. If not, then I don't know. Reflections is like looking at yourself. Maybe this is the episode where we find out what's up with I'm going blank on characters' names today. Cyborg guy. What's his name?
Oh, Boimler, right? No,
Not Boimler.
Rutherford.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm like,
I
fumbling names so badly today.
It's so funny because I used to live right next to a town called Rutherford. I should remember that.
Well. Okay, I've got the summary of next week's episode.
Oh, look at you.
Mariner and Boimler work the Starfleet recruitment booth at an alien job fair. Rutherford challenges himself. So Rutherford is obviously a big part of the B plot, but it's about an alien job fair.
Nice.
We saw that in the original teaser some time ago. Whereas, hey, come get your Starfleet right here.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense that Starfleet would have like recruiters. You go to high schools and stuff like that. Star Trek, like what?
And don't you guys have like pop-up like officers?
Oh, my
for
wife.
The army in that way.
It's
pop up as
yes,
drive.
they come and prey on high school students.
High school, college.
Yeah, they
college.
You guys
prey
are
on
nuts
them.
for doing that, eh?
Yeah,
it really is. I wouldn't, if I was a principal, I would not allow that on my campus. It's like, sorry, talk to them on your own time.
Yeah.
This is a place for academics. Go away.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Captain's Quadrant.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. If you're listening on podcast, and if you're new, please be sure to share this episode, like this episode. Give us a rating on Apple, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. 5 if you mind. We would appreciate it because it would help us grow, and it would help you grow your laughs and wonder and our deep tangents. We would love it. We would love it
so hard.
And if you're watching this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this with all of your friends, even your enemies.
Hit that notification bell so that
and
they
ring
know.
that bell. Yes.
So then they know when our next live show's coming.
Exactly. When you ring that bell,
you can join in the commenting fun.
Yeah. When you ring that bell, you'll get an email. Everybody loves email.
You Americans love to
YouTube.
oversell everything, don't you?
Yeah,
Just ring the bloody bell, people. All right.
All right, guys. Until next week, live long and prosper.